Hello and welcome back. This is the last of, let me just lift this, our pages now. So the first thing we want to do is to put this top piece of paper onto our album. So tape or tacky glue on the back of it and get that stuck to the top of your page, and then we can move the page out of the way, move the album out of the way, and just work on the bottom pocket section and the photo mat. So let's bring all the pieces back in for that. Lots of pieces, but they all go together really easily. So let's find them. So we've got that one and that one. And the border, the bottom of the pocket, a little cut apart. Did we have a little mat for that? No, it's just going to go sit straight onto there. So the first thing to do is to put your two pieces together like that. I'm just going to use glue for mine. Stay on the paper and not go off it. Let's just smooth that down and pop it into place. Smooth it down firmly. Let's lose the little bone folder again. It just gets rid of oodles of glue, doesn't it? And then we want to stick the border piece onto the cardstock. So let's turn that over. Squiggle on the back of it. I think I've almost used up all of my tape now. Now this doesn't fit right across, I don't think, or does it? Or does it need trimming? Oh, mine needs trimming. Let's trim. Yours will be perfect. And then if I lift that up quickly and just trim a little bit back on there and re-ink, it will fit just like yours. It's nothing like making an album on the hoof. And then I'm going to stick just the ends of this down, because this is going to form a little pocket at the front with the cutout on. So, or we could just stick it at the bottom. What should we do? Decisions. Let's put tape around the bottom and the sides and have it as a pocket, just a shallow pocket. So tape along the bottom, if I've got enough to last, two little bits up the side and up the side there, and then turn it over and, oh no, take your tape off and stick it down. I'm thinking as we go, can you hear the going in the head? That's what comes of designing it as you go along. And then I'm going to stick this just above the shaped corners, like that. And then this little piece sits on the top so that the little flowers are at the bottom. And I'm just going to put tape halfway up and along the bottom of that one, just so that it sticks to the belly band and then it sticks along the bottom. So, which way was it going up? That way. So tape along the bottom edge. Oh, the tape's run out. I don't even think there's enough to go across. Stick it down. And put glue on the top of it. And then I'll have to put glue up the sides, so just part way up. So you don't want this to stick to the pink paper, you just want it to stick to the border strip. And pop it on like that, so that you've got a little bit of pink showing at the bottom edge and the flowers touch the bottom of the pocket section. press the sides down, and then just check that it's not stuck. So you can actually get something to slide into the pocket, she says, which you should be able to. So you just want to make sure that that piece isn't stuck to your pink paper. That's it. And then just shape it slightly, turn it over, and I'll go with the narrow tape. Put tape around the sides and the bottom. I like this one because I can whiz it around the corners. As long as I get it on the right side. Stick there, and stick there, like that. And then it's ready to go onto our blue paper. So take your backing tapes off. Come on. Turn it over, and then it wants to go centrally onto this blue paper, like that. And then turn the blue one over. We want to put the border strip on it, so turn it over, a trail of glue just along that top edge. Stick your border strip on, like that. Just jiggle it a little bit. I'm going to trim mine. Yours will fit. And then shape the whole piece. Turn it over and put tape around the sides and the bottom. So down there, around there, across the top, no, across the bottom, across the corner, and up the side. To the top. And then lift that off. Bring your album back in, and this goes at the bottom of the page, so the two pieces overlap. So what you're aiming for is to get your side edges level. Easier said than done because this page is not flat. Okay, are we on? We're on. And then really stick it down. Again, it looks really pretty. It's lovely, lovely. Pretty colours. And then we've just got the pocket to the little photo book to put in the page here. So let's move that out of the way, bring the little book in. We've got a tab floating around on the table. I have. So you could add it to your little book if you want to. Add a tab or not. I'm going to put it back down on the table. And we're going to use the picture out of the 8x8 Precious Memories paper on the front of there. So glue round your edges and across the middle. Open it out. I had to join my papers, so I've got a join. You may have cut yours out in one piece. So I'm going to stick that down over the join so you can't tell. Let's get the old bone folder going. And then open up, and on the inside I've just got two cream mats. And then you can add photos if you want to, or add detail if you want to, from all of the leftover papers, because we're nearly at the end. And stick beautifully flat. And again, you can stamp on here if you want to as well, just to add some detail. I've got a baby sitting here on the table. He would look quite nice. Oh, I haven't got my glasses on, so this might be some really, really funny fussy cutting, but I'm going to try and cut around this baby. There's always a discussion about what do you move? Do you move the paper or do you move the scissors? I just move everything so that I cut around, and I cut on the edge of the picture, she says, when I've got my glasses on. Let's go around the rose at the bottom, give it a nice shape, and then I sort of cut into the papers to make, especially when you get to the corners or the sides, to make it look like the flowers were there rather than just a straight edge. I've got to come up straight here because there's no baby. And then I'm going to put him in the corner and then recut the corner. Him or her, I don't know. It's hard to tell. So a little bit of glue. And that's how I decorate the pages. I just look at what we've got on the table, and if you're going to add some extra detail, then just use what sort of is in front of you. I think sometimes it's just meant to be. And then I'm going to line the baby up with the cream edge of the paper, she says. Let's pull him down a bit. Like that. And then just recut. Stubby corner. So then we've got a really nice little book. And that little book then goes in our pocket on the page, like that. And then there's room to put a little tag in there if you want to. And maybe use the piece that's left. I love that journal paper. You know, just the top of it might make a nice little tag, or you could make even, let's do this, with the big scissors. If you cut across the journal line, and then I'd snipped into it, but there's a tab shape here, and cut round there, and then cut along the top. It's alive. Cut along, and cut round. There's a little tab shape that you could just add to your page, just to make a little detail. So all sorts of bits. This paper pad is full of them. Anyway, I'm waffling on, and really we could be finishing the end of the album. So we have arrived at the back cover, and the back cover I thought would be a really nice place to have one final photograph. So we've cut the centre out of this paper, and we've used it on the little book over here. Let's bring the little book in on the page. So all we're going to do on this page is stick the blue paper underneath this piece, and like that. And then we're going to add some photo corners in the corner just to finish it off. And actually a bit of glitter around the outside border, and I think that just is a lovely, lovely way to finish the book off with that special photo. So let's stick the blue. I haven't cut it down. I'm just going to stick it over. You can cut yours down if you like. 5 by 5 is fine. So I'm going to go right round up to the edge with the tape, so that the paper doesn't lift up. And I've chosen a plain paper so that there's no pattern way or pattern match on it. Oops. You could use the flowery side of this paper because that matches the flowery corners if you wanted to. So put your tape round your cutout section in the middle and take the backing off. Now you can either go with the dark or you can go with the light, whichever you think. The light side matches the blue flowers on the other page, but I quite like the dark, so I'm going to go with the dark side. And stick that into place. So let's put glue on the back of it. So I've run out of my score tape. We're working on a nice flat surface again, so that's good. And centre it up. Stick it on down. You can smooth it with the bone folder because it's nice and flat for a perfect stick. Like that. And then we just need to stick the photo corners on. And I've got 4 of those cut out of the beige paper like we've been using. And I'm just going to stick them so that they sit in the blue corner. There's a blue line, the border line. So you can still see that blue line. A bit fiddly, aren't they? And that one. So really press them down. And that makes just a lovely, perfect frame to add that last picture. This one hasn't cut very straight. Stick it in. And stick it in. It's not very straight either. And there they are. I'm trying to pull it. It's not working. And that is it. That is our photo album finished. Now, things to do. From the papers that you've got left, go back and cover the backs of the large pull-out sections that we've got in our book, and use your leftovers to add photo mats, or I've added a couple of little, well, started to, into the envelope pockets here. Just a couple of little books with leftover, leftover cardstock. So those have just got to be finished in there. So I've just used, again, what's in front of me and then made the cardstock to fit. So those have got to be done. And then I'm going to go through and just add a few stickers and different little bits and pieces just to twiddle up the pages. Possibly something on there. The back of this one, you know, the first big photo mat pull-out section that we made. And then I think that's it. That is our album finished. So I hope you've enjoyed the workshop. Thanks very much for buying it and following along. And I hope you come back and join me for another one soon.